So in this video, we're going to be talking about Victor Osimhen and the special one, Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho just had an interview that Victor Osimhen's name came up. Had some really good things to say about Victor Osimhen, but he also had something to say that he could have really kept to himself about Victor Osimhen. We're going to check out the clip and we're going to talk about that. And also, we're going to be talking about the two Nigerian teams in CAF Club competitions when they return this weekend. We got Enugu Rangers and Ayimba playing their matches tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that. And we're also going to be talking about Ghana needing a stadium from Nigeria. That's what the headlines are saying. We're going to be talking about that situation also. But first, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So let's start with the CAF Club competitions. We got two teams remaining in the CAF Club competition, Enugu Rangers and Ayimba. Enugu Rangers got past a team from Comoros in the previous round. The team actually had to play both their matches in Uyo because they didn't have a stadium available. So Enugu Rangers won that by 2-1 on aggregate. But on the other hand, Ayimba Football Club did not have to play a first round matchup, and that was because they had a bye. But let's start with Enugu Rangers. They take on GD Sagrada Esperança of Angola. The match will be played tomorrow, Friday the 13th of September, 3 p.m. Nigerian time to start. And it will be hosted at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. So I saw a lot of people down in Enugu Rangers for their performance in the last round. I feel like you're not really giving credit to the other team that they played. They played a really good side. You gotta think about it. Those guys are probably closer to their national team than the Enugu Rangers players are. And when you look at their national team, Comoros, this is a team that has been surprising. I mean, it's no longer a surprise when they play good because they've been doing well for like a good period of time now. So I feel like people are really underrating that victory that they had. Now, I know it wasn't a perfect or near perfect performance by Enugu Rangers, but it's definitely something they can build on. I felt like they were really good on the ball and they created a whole bunch of chances. But at the end of the day, you got to finish those chances, and that was what was lacking in the two matches that they played. But I feel like the team can improve on that. But moving on, you got Ayimba also playing tomorrow. They'll play at 12 Filante of Burkina Faso. The game will be played away in Mali, though I guess a situation with a stadium. Match will be played 5 p.m. Nigerian time, hosted at the Le Stade Mamadou Konaté in Bamako, Mali. So of course that means that this is basically an away match for both teams. Now, no disrespect to Etoile Filante, but I feel like this might be the easier matchup between the two. I feel like Ayimba should really try to get a W in this one right here. At least a 1-0 type win to bring back home, especially when you see the form they started the league season with. So moving on, and we're going to be talking about the Victor Osimhen, Jose Mourinho situation. Not really a situation. The words that Jose Mourinho spoke about Victor Osimhen is the situation. So I guess this is an interview in Turkey, and they're asking him about different topics, and they ask him about Victor Osimhen, and he has some good things to say, some great things to say about Victor Osimhen, I must say. And he also had one not so, sir, you should have kept that to yourself type thing to say about Victor Osimhen. So we're going to get into the clip, listen to it real quick, then I'm going to come back and speak about it.
Do you have about Osimhen?
Osimhen? Osimhen is a fantastic player. He is a player that if I was in a club with ultra potential to pay 70-75 million, I would buy. He's a fantastic player. Of course, he come in different circumstances. But in the end, doesn't matter the circumstances. What matter is that Galatasaray got absolutely fantastic player. I don't have problems with Victor. In fact, we have a very good relation. But every time I play against him, I speak with him because I don't like the way he behaves. He dives too much. And the last time we played Roma against Napoli, I had this conversation with him and I told him, look, you are one of the two best African players. It's you and Salah. In the past, Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, George Weah, you cannot behave like this. It dives too much. And that's my problem with him. But after 10 minutes, we are fine. We have a very good relation. And for the Turkish league, it's fantastic. And for Galatasaray, of course, is fantastic too.
So yeah, as you heard right there from the special one, Jose Mourinho, some key points he talked about. Of course, he said Victor Osimhen is a fantastic player. I agree with him 100%. Said if his club or the club that he was at had the 75 million pounds to pay for Victor Osimhen, he will buy him. So that's another compliment. Thanks for that. But then we get to the stuff. He says, no, I don't have a problem with Victor Osimhen, but I don't like the way he behaves. And he goes back, he says he's one of the two best Africans in the world, along with Mo Salah. Big time compliment. Another appreciated from to the special one for that. But then he says Victor Osimhen dives. He said he dives, and that's his problem with him. He says you can't be doing stuff like that. You can't be diving, and all that stuff is cap. I feel like this is Jose Mourinho at his best. This is, if you want to be Jose Mourinho, this is how he's thinking. First of all, I gotta big up the player, because this is probably the highest profile player that has come to the Turkish league ever. Yes, you've had Drogba. You've probably did Eto'o play in the Turkish. You had some great players, but they came a little bit older. And you've also had some great Turkish players, but they were a little bit younger before they left and became. You're talking about this guy not just getting in his prime, coming off of a title in Italy. You're expecting him to go to the biggest clubs in the world, and he shows up in Turkey. So you as a manager, even though you're a manager of the opposing side, you got to big him up, because that's just being an ambassador for your league. So that right there, 10 over 10 for Jose Mourinho for those the statements like that. But then the diving stuff. Come on now. Who you joking with? Who's this guy joking with? Like, we don't know you again? You didn't coach Chelsea, Tottenham? We didn't see you in Manchester United? You love divers. You tell your players to dive. What did you tell your Tottenham players when they were playing Man City? Oh, let's play the clip.
Another penalty to be given. This is the difference between a team of and a team of good guys. But the story of football is that the teams of good guys, they never win. So fucking hell. Be a and the way the game is going, they know Toby has a yellow card. I promise you, they know. I promise you. And I have to say that Kyle Walker has a yellow card, Zinchenko has a yellow card, Sterling has a yellow card. So be a don't be a good guy.
Wings has broken clear. Now Zinchenko is on a yellow card. What will happen here? It's a red card.
Oh, so you told them to dive, and they did dive. So for me, this is just hot air coming from Jose Mourinho, trying to play the media and use them to play the referees. Because true or false, when the match starts, you could go back to the last time Victor Osimhen faced a Roma with Jose Mourinho on the bench. He got sent off. That was because of Jose Mourinho crying through the media, saying Victor Osimhen dives. Then the referee comes in, Victor Osimhen backhand slap in the game. You go back and watch that game. The short is on the channel. Slapped him with the backhand. He goes down. They go to VAR and they don't even give that a penalty. Then they send him off for the two softest fouls in the world. And I promise you, Jose Mourinho told his players to dive. I promise you that. He told them folks to dive. So anybody believing that this means anything apart from mind games from the special one, we call him the special one for a reason now. Guy's smart. Nobody said he's the dumb one. He's the special one. So we know what he does, playing mind games through the media and things like that. You gotta think about it. Fenerbahçe just touched down with the biggest weapon in the country. They just touched down with it. They got it. It's in their garage right now. So you gotta find a way to neutralize it. You can't just let Victor Osimhen run through your league like that. You gotta drop something. So I respect where he's coming from, but as Naija Bias Football Channel, I gotta stand up for my guy. This is all cap. I gotta let it be known. It's all cap. Jose Mourinho, nice one, but you're capping. Victor Osimhen does not dive. That's your players. You tell your players to dive. Victor Osimhen plays the game with integrity. He plays the game with respect for his opponents. And anybody saying anything else is just trying to look for something like Jose Mourinho is doing. But moving on, and last but not least, we're going to talk about this Ghana Black Star situation. Guess they're in search of a stadium for their next AFCON qualification matchup. The stadium that they were using, the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi, Ghana, has been refused by CAF. We've had that a couple of times over here in Nigeria. Stadiums getting refused by CAF. And what they're saying is that the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo is among one of the stadiums that could be used or that could be chosen by the Ghanaian Football Federation for their next AFCON qualifier. They say the other stadiums, they got 2 stadiums in Ivory Coast they can choose from, which of course Ivory Coast just hosted the AFCON, makes perfect sense. Cameroon got a stadium for them that they can choose from, and also Morocco. So some pretty good options right there. I feel like the one reason you don't pick Nigeria is probably you don't want your players playing a away match at home, because a lot of fans that will come will just be there to watch Ghana lose or go against Ghana. Let me just keep it real. But like, if you want a good atmosphere, you want something that's gonna look lively on your television, I feel like there's no better option than Nigeria, because the fans will come out. You got people on the Ghana side that will probably come out, and I definitely believe that there will be a lot of people on the I just don't want Ghana to win side. So it'll make for an interesting event, an interesting day. And that's the thing, you can go to Morocco, great stadium, great weather, great pitch, whatever, but the atmosphere, people are not gonna come out. You saw what our friendly match did over there. It was like crickets over there. Nigeria, Ghana playing, and where are the people? So I feel like it's gonna be tough to get a great atmosphere in these other countries, maybe Cameroon, but when you come to Nigeria, you gotta know that you're gonna have fans that will be for you and fans that will be against you. So it just depends on if you're willing to play like that. Like, I mean, some people might not want that. Like, you want your home match to be filled with real support from everywhere. But that's about it for that. Let me know your thoughts on these topics right here. Put them in the comment section. And also, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.